This is Hidden Killers Live with Tony Bruschi, Stacey Cole, and Todd Michaels.
Before you go, Robin, I want to talk about another case here. Bryan Kohberger, obviously, we've been covering it since its inception. New video just released recently of Bryan Kohberger shopping. This is on a shopping trip. We can pull up the video. There's no sound to it. I'll just kind of narrate as it goes on as we all take a look at this. Go ahead and hit it. This is at a Costco. This is the morning. This is just moments or hours after the murders. He's wearing that white shirt, it looks like, that he was wearing in that shot in the bathroom. And he's going into the Costco without a Costco card. And just look at his gait. Look at his attitude. He's trying to negotiate his way into the Costco without a Costco card. Thinking he's just going to go on in. Dress shirt. And this would have been, was this a Saturday morning? Saturday or Sunday morning?
Empowered, doesn't he?
What's that?
He feels empowered.
Yes.
Yeah, and he had his coffee cup that allows him to feel like he's socially doing what he's supposed to do. So remember, he drinks coffee, I think.
That's actually a water. It's actually a water bottle that he's holding. It appears he was on a mission for coffee. Okay. Because what we're about to find next in this video is after he's finally accepts that he's not allowed into the Costco. I don't know if he's like, I can't come into the Costco. I mean, I just murdered 4 people. You're not going to let me into the Costco? Here he is circling a coffee stand in the white Hyundai Elantra. Eventually, I think it's closed. I'm not sure. Because eventually we're going to see him wander into a grocery store. So this is what he did. This is what he did the morning, literally just hours after the killings. He was on the phone with his mother, we know, during some of these times. He could be chatting it up with her right now as he slowly prowls next to the Mocha Joe or whatever this is.
Freaking Starbucks. They're on every corner, and he's out, out west. There's a ton of Starbucks out there.
There he is in the Kroger.
Yep. Feeling like the big man.
Feeling like a big man, and then he circles the store a little bit, and then we find him checking out here.
So I want everyone to keep watching. So, the first thing I saw was that cup when he walked in. So when we're baselining the world around us, it's so easy to see people stand out. And he just stands out because he still has no ability how to be a real boy. It's just he's incapable. And that's why he used props like whether it's a coffee cup or anything else. He's literally, to me, he sees people drinking coffee. He thinks that's what social average people do. So he uses it like a prop. He uses everything in his life as a prop to try to be a real person. And he has no idea how to do it. Everything in life is complete mimicry to him. He has zero internal.
There he's the one at the checkout right now in the dress shirt.
But you see how he stands out?
Yeah.
Everything always stands out. His body language, his movements, his attire, what he's doing. He has no idea how to be a human. It's completely foreign to him.
Why is that? Why is he that clueless on just the basic functions?
This is 100% psychopathy. 100%. There is zero, and that's why I've been so doubled down, as many of us have, of don't overthink him. There's nothing in there. Yeah. So imagine this. He is a wolf right now trying to mingle around a herd of gazelles. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Here he comes.
And he's trying to blend in with the environment to try not to be alerting to all the prey around him. And so right now he's the lion at the watering hole where he's actually not going to kill one of the gazelles sipping, but he's there. And he still looks like a lion because that is exactly what's there. He is pure predator that has no idea how to fit in with the rest of the humanity. There's nothing there. That is psychopathy. That's why this is a missing part of his empathetic brain. It's just not there.
Let's rewind it back to the beginning again, Ted.
I'm sorry, Stacey, go ahead.
Robin, how many of those people are amongst us right now? I mean, you go to the grocery store and there's that weird guy who's standing by the honeydew melons. and he turns around and looks at you. Is that one of them? I mean, are they out there?
Yeah, they're out there. There's not as many that I've never seen anyone that spiked. I mean, again, I'm not a counselor, so I don't see as many as counselors would or psychologists would. But when in my time of doing it, I've never seen anyone that pure of that. But they're around us. So what you also can do is, the reason it allows us to say things like that about him is because we have a lot of data points on him. We've been studying him for 4 years now, or we're coming up on 4. And so there's a lot of other data points that keep supporting that. So it's easier to have our confirmation bias. Like when we're watching this, I already know, all right, I'm dealing with a psychopath. Let's look for psychopathic things.
Sure.
And that's what I see. Now, when you look at the creepy guy at the honeydew melons, what we don't have is data points to say, is this someone who's just excessively lonely? Is he what was it? An energy vampire just looking to make a connection? Is he mentally disturbed? Does he have other traumas? I mean, so there's a lot of things that could be feeding into that behavior that we don't know about. But could he be high level in psychopathy? Yes, definitely could be, but we just don't know enough. But in this case, oh yeah, we know.
When you look at that, when we go back to the start of that, I mean, when we look at his gait, the way he walks in, the way that he's going to be questioned here again in a moment. And if you're not watching this, you can see it on our YouTube channel. He's questioning. He looks into the store like, you're questioning me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was walking with intent, and then he got stopped. It looked like.
Yeah.
Like he was just going to barrel in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what would be really interesting to see is I would love to see video of him prior to the murders and after the murders.
Yeah.
Because compare and contrast is what we really need here to see if that's like, if we're seeing this gait, is this just his normal arrogance? Or is it because he feels empowered? I'd be very curious about that.
Well, and it's not difficult to get a Costco membership. You just go to the counter and pay.
You probably could even get like a day pass, honestly.
Yeah.
But remember, he thinks he's the big man. I mean, he does it in class. He does it as a teaching assistant. And so he would actually bully people all the time from the data we're seeing from how his students were reacting to him too.
He hasn't been fired yet.
Right. So, I mean, here's someone who's very arrogant and self-confident. Is like, hey, I'm Bryan Kohberger. I can do this. I'm over here. I'm a PhD student. Why don't you let me in?
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah. I'm the guy who just killed all these kids and got away with it.
I mean, just think of, Stacey, you said earlier, like, are these people everywhere? I mean, look at these people just going in shopping.
But you see,
it could be you. It could be anybody going in shopping.
But you also see how casually he walked out, though. So it didn't bother him that he got rejected. Did he do it just for the chance to showcase himself and interact? To me, that might have just been a moment of, hey, look at me, look how great I am. I don't really want to go in here. I just want to show you how confident I am. That could just be it too.
I'm going to guess he's having some. Go ahead, Robin.
I was saying he's not ranting or raving. In other words, we know he's got a lot of rage in him. He's not showing rage right here.
It's like he's walking in. There's like a cognitive distortion going on in his mind that it's like, look at me. He feels he's bigger than the room. And even though nobody in that room even notices he's there, in his mind, after this, he thinks it's like, look at this. Or
he might have. So here's, again, there's so many possibilities because we don't know. Or he just actually has no idea how Costco works. And it's because it's such a social place. He feels like, hey, I'm going to try this place that I've never had the courage to go out before because there's all these people here. But now I feel more comfortable around people because I'm so arrogant. I need a pass to come in here? Oh, I've never been to Costco before. Huh. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that information. I'll go join a membership. I'll come back later. Thank you.
It's like a real sick, twisted version of winning the Super Bowl. You just won the Super Bowl. Where are you going to? Disney World, Kohberger. You just killed 4 people. What are you going to do? I'm going to Costco.
But you see how we can do all these different overlays if we don't have more data on it? But
totally.
To me, since he was turned away and we know he's got rage issues, that means he doesn't know he's about to be turned away. And he had no expectation of really being able to get in. So if he had, think about this, if he had an expectation that he could actually get in, and he was denied, he'd get pretty angry.
Jennifer in the comments just had an interesting point that could he have been establishing more of his alibi?
Possibly that too. Although different time.
A little late.
A little late, but still maybe, I was out doing normal things. How could I have murdered anybody,
Sure. Or was it to make him feel more normal after murdering people?
I think it definitely I think he's reveling in the fact that he feels more normal right now.
The fact that as soon as he walks away, he takes a drink out of that water bottle, it's like arrogance. I see arrogance with it. Like, oh, okay, I'm just going to drink.
Yep.
I'm going to drink on the way in.
And he's the only one doing it, Todd.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's creepy. That's why I wanted to play that with you, Robin, and
That's good stuff.
If you played that Rick Astley, I could make him dance around to it a little bit, but okay.
Never gonna let you in.
But again, just when we're looking at that, that's what we do. Just look at what stands out. Oh my God.
Robin's never coming back again.
I think you're right, Stacy.
Here we go. Look at him. He's dancing.
Great working with you, Robin.
Here's what's really great about it. He's spending the rest of his life.
Never been to Costco. Kohberger is getting rejected fast, and he wants to get some coffee going on.
And as Steve Conglave said, he's getting a big D right now.
Big D. Oh, there you go. All right.
The Gonzalez family is saying yes. The big D is coming for you, buddy.
Big D is coming.
Enjoy that Costco moment.
Kohberger's getting the big D in prison now. Okay.
Robin just got a glimpse into what it's like working with Tony.
He's been working with me for a long time.
Tuning in every day. I've given up on all my professionalism and everything else.
We're ruining his reputation, Tony.
I've given up on all my dignity, Robin, so don't worry.
I'm going to start wearing my ACDC shirt on now instead of my collared shirt.
It'd be great. Why not? Robin Dreeke, retired FBI special agent, former chief of the Counterintelligence Behavioral Analysis Unit. We will get you to sing some karaoke one of these days. Enjoy the rest of your camping trip, and thank you for taking some time this morning to hang out with us.
Always, guys. Love being with you all. See you soon.
Right. See you, Robin. Thank you. Let's continue on. We're going to keep going into the Kohberger conversation because that's not the only video that was released very, very recently. We have new questioning video, I should say. Police interviews is what it is of Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funke. We know that one of them has been released. Another one has come out, and we're going to take a look at both of them this morning. We've not actually done that on the program yet. We're not doing it to pick it apart, but to really understand the psychological weight of what these two girls lived through. There's been so many horrible people out there that have said so many horrible things about these two young women who were utterly traumatized by that night, by that monster that walked into the Costco with that level of arrogance, that I think it is in no way to exploit these girls or have to show off the pain that they're going through in any sort of way like that, but more so for understanding and see, okay, what was it like for them? What was going through their minds hours after realizing four of their friends were just murdered in the very house that they were in, that they clearly were frightened that night as well and didn't know what was going on. So we're going to go through this and we'll break it down and we'll talk about what we're seeing and there's a lot here. We'll start with this one. Which one is this, Todd? Is this Bethany or
this is the other?
Okay, this is Dylan. Okay, so
Dylan,
Dylan. This is Dylan, and this is the new one. This is the one that had just been released. It's a lot shorter than the other video that had been released, but let's take a look. This is them being interviewed by police that day.
So something else. That's something that Mike said probably to you. It was does what happened in the recent history have anybody that he thought might have assaulted you or that was just acting weird?
No, but talking. I remember about a month ago, I think one of the police officers that came outside taking Murphy out and she saw a shadow.
Yep. Okay.
And then when Kayla was at Winco, Dana was in the car. She noticed this guy was following her. She she's getting put in the car, and she could see in her mirror that the guy was behind her in the car.
Okay.
And so obviously trying to follow her. And then that was about 2-3 weeks ago. And then about a week ago, our door is broken, but it's not even, but the home door is wide open. And obviously, yes, the door is broken, but that could also be something else as well.
Wait, the front door?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever find the backstabber or anything, or anything? The ledgers you locked? What's the condition?
We were pretty good at locking it.
Okay.
I don't think we locked it last night.
And it sounds like the car is fairly well known to the front door for my people.
I mean, only people that like know us, like random people would not know.
Right. Right. Because you're not.
Yeah.
Obviously, since Sunday she's been moving with you guys last away. I'm telling you, that. Okay. Did Charlie ever say anything or report that Mortensen to anybody else as you guys?
No, because I mean, like, you can't. There's like no proof, you know. I can't really do anything about it, and people are just weird sometimes. We didn't, like, obviously we were scared a little bit. We didn't think much about it after that, because there's nothing like weird after that.
Did she say what kind of car it was that I was driving? Something like that. Why did she not work?
She worked at home for a business, I believe. I can't remember what exactly it is.
So she was just she works for her for the yeah. What about Maddie and Zana? Where did they work?
Maddie and Zana both worked at Mad Creek, and then Maddie also had a paid internship through this business as well. That was all at home.
Who would know what that business is? What I didn't do that.
You might know.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. There's like, because they were business majors and through their majors, and they're able to get these jobs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just need somebody about me talking about something like that.
Yeah.
And I heard that it was possibly new. So I just wanted to make sure that I got the right person out of those kind of things. Did you hear Murphy barking or doing anything?
Yes, he was barking a lot.
Throughout the night, or?
And I heard him go upstairs, he's barking a lot, and then I could tell that he was outside. I don't know how the police found him, because he wasn't in the house.
Okay.
But he has puppy and barks, but he was barking a lot if there was someone there.
And that was at 1:32, or was that early?
Yeah.
And when he was barking, when you first shut him on barking after she was up there playing, did you hear him inside, go outside, or did he start outside?
Murphy was with Kara when they were like dancing. They walked upstairs. He was still with her. And then when she moved out, moved here, he started barking in the house. And then I believe the side door was open, and I think he went out that way because I could tell like what sound he was barking was getting like more distant.
Do you think that Murphy would have went after him, wherever he was?
Maybe, but I mean, he's a puppy. He doesn't fully know that yet.
I don't know. It would just be, if anything, probably playing with him.
Yeah. I don't know.
When the guy in black left, did he close the slide or did he leave it open?
I don't know. I just ran downstairs.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? I'm gonna go talk to my guys who've done Woodward interviews and see if anybody's got questions.
There you go.
Got to turn my mic back on. So that's the that interview there. I know I got some things that say. What stood out to you?
I'm blown away at how calm she was. I mean, I can't even imagine the roller coaster of emotions, that she had to have gone through from frantic craziness to, at that point, it just seems like she's worn the hell out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It seems like she's numb.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just this numbness about her that she's like, the trauma is definitely there and the shock is there, but it's just like, I don't know what to do with this information. I'm just giving it to you. I can't process it right now. It's how I felt through it.
Yeah, I I think there's a lot of thinking there, a lot of just trying to figure out what the hell is the world looking like now, that she's woken up and this is the reality of what's going on. The dog being there, and I mean, you're got to be double thinking everything, especially when you are being questioned about, excuse me, your door being locked. Is it locked? Is it not locked? We're pretty good about it. We're not. Look, I mean, as an adult, it's easy to go. I mean, I lock my shit. I always have. Yep. I'm just like that. A lot of people aren't. Most college kids are not. Of course, you would think you're a house of college girls. Why the hell are you not locking your doors? Because they're college girls and they haven't experienced, fortunately, up until this point in life, a lot of horrible threats like this, or unfortunately, so ignorance can be bliss.
It could just be one person too. Maybe everybody in the house is really vigilant about keeping the doors locked, but you've got the ding dong in the room next to you.
You got all these people
forgets to lock the door.
People are coming and going. You're always going to have the ding dong. You're always, and look at that age. Everybody's just not that bright when it comes to security and things of that nature. There's not.
And also, Tony, though, you said it, you don't look through life thinking something like this is going to happen in your immediate circle, even outside the immediate circle of people you live with, coworkers, loved ones who live out of state. You don't think it's ever going to touch you.
No, and then until you live it, then I can guarantee these girls are locking their doors every place they go today. Yeah. And that lesson should not have been learned that way, but it wasn't even a lesson in that. This guy, Kohberger, would have gotten in. He would have found a way to get in. It's not hard to pry a patio door.
Tony, Jennifer said, you live by your experiences. Yep. And, you guys have kind of laughed at me about this, but this is the first time I've lived by myself in, 22 years. Mm-hmm. And I'm training in martial arts. You guys laughed at me, but I literally have 6 knives that are ready to go because I live in a ground floor apartment. It's kind of nerve-wracking. I've got a sliding glass door. I've got several windows. I work in true crime. So I'm seeing all this stuff. I have knives strategically placed that if somebody were to come in here and attack me, I know exactly where to go in each room that I could get a knife and defend myself. It's a weird feeling and it sounds paranoid, but I'd rather have that than not.
A note that we will not be having the Christmas party at Stacy's house. Too many knives.
No way.
Although if we have to cut cake, we could do it in any room.
Exactly. Then we're good.
They're very sharp knives, let me tell you. But you live by your experiences. Jennifer was right. Yeah. This is what you do to protect yourself. And you know what? 30 years ago, this never would have crossed my mind. But life experience puts you exactly where you are. Yeah. And I've got like a bar in my sliding glass door because you can jimmy a door open.
Yeah, I have that. I've always, yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it comes from like your upbringing as well. I mean, I was brought up in a fairly anxious mother, or with a fairly anxious mother. Todd laughs. Is he getting in the way down there at the radio station, Todd? I can come get him if I need to. Every day.
Mom, everything's fine, Mom.
Every day.
This is a story we're going to need to hear.
Every day for like the first 6 months I worked at the radio station at my school bus would drop me off and I'd go into the studio with Todd. And then my mom's call, is he getting in the way? Every day, same
Seriously,
conversation.
Todd, this happened?
He's not exaggerating by much. It's God. It's serious. Yeah.
Yeah. Where the hell was I going with all that? I lost my train of thought. But it is.
Well, you grew up with a.
You grew up with it, yeah. So I grew up with that, and we always had bars in our patio doors. The doors are always locked. You check them before you go to bed, and that it's always been second nature to me. So, but that's me. That's my experience. It doesn't mean everybody had that by any means. And as you get older, you start to realize, not everybody has that experience. Not everybody is locking their door, and that's one of the anxiousnesses. Or the anxieties of my mother that I'm okay with. I'm good to lock my door. I'm glad I have that anxiety. I have that in the back of my mind every night before I go to bed. Let's just go check the doors, make sure they're locked, and go to bed. I'm cool with that when I think that's a healthy anxiety for anyone to have. But
what harm does that cause? I mean,
nothing. Nothing. It's a little inconvenient sometimes.
I'd rather have you be safe and have that door locked than you're kind of scatterbrained and you don't lock it and somebody decides to come and do something. But
I also can't fault a group of late teens and early 20s who maybe have who were not brought up that way, who maybe had their doors open all the time, to suddenly have it click in their mind and go, I really should put bars in all those doors, and I should do this, I should do that, because it's not even there. It wasn't programmed. So you can't expect it to just magically show up if it's not there, if they've never had an experience or a reason or, a motivation to do that. And it takes motivation to do that. And not motivation in like you're unmotivated, but in there's something that's triggering you to do this because you are viewing a possible perceived threat. They weren't thinking that way, and it's not their fault. They're young kids.
No.
Yeah.
So,
that's where somewhere right after the murders, somebody was asked about the situation, and somebody said, I don't remember who it was, but they literally said, nothing ever happens in Moscow.
Exactly.
So that was their mindset. Nothing like this was ever going to happen there. So why worry about some dog barking?
And most people make it through life just fine and nothing happens, and they're able to live with the doors unlocked. And, great. That's you're lucky as shit if that's how it works, and more power to you that doesn't have to be something. And that's why so many people just don't do it, because the odds are not in your favor that something bad is going to happen. They're more in your favor that it's all going to work out okay. So that's, when I see the judgments out there, why didn't they do this? If it was my daughter that was there, I would be like, you guys really need to lock the door. And you know what? It wouldn't make a goddamn bit of difference, because people are coming and going from the place, and one person saying they want to do it ain't going to change it. So they got to have grace with the people, these kids, the way that some of these people have been attacking these girls. Let's take a look at the other interrogation video that's been released. This was released a few weeks ago. We haven't really gone through it much, but let's take a look at this.
First and foremost, if you can just take a deep breath 10 minutes.
Interview, I should say, not interrogation, where somebody tells
all
me
I want to do
apart.
is try and get an idea of what you've heard, what you saw, and any timeline, any information that you can give us so that we can try and figure out what happened, okay? So just take a deep breath for me. I know this isn't going to be easy, I'm going to go from there, okay? Deep chin in, hold your first chin. Put chin the lower so. Okay, then you will lesson. And your date of birth?
2003.
And you live there at 1122 King Road?
Yeah.
I look for motive him. And what state you're in? You done?
We go back there.
Do you have your phone there with you?
Pretty.
So what we're going to be doing is taking people's phones for a little while. I'm going to turn in. And so we do this. I don't know if you call it, you want to make info calls or anything like that. What we do in an investigation like this is we try to collect as much information as we can. Okay. Anything that might be small, you may not think is important for us to find out what happened, but is very crucial. So taking something off your phone might be extremely useful for us, even if it's something that you don't realize, okay? And we're trying to get that phone back to you as fast as we can. Okay. Is that okay with you? Okay. So is this your phone again?
Yeah, that's right. On my mom.
That's fine. Okay, switch your on. And then what I'm going to need is your passcode. So for here we tune it to this, we can even turn off your passcode, okay?
How do you take over?
You get that? And Phil will already do it this one. You can just communicate or tell me your password.
I just don't remember.
Okay. What is your bank code? It's okay. And what type?
Carrie, take the phone.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. She's far more emotional than
any social media and Bryan Facebook.
It shows just how different people react to things and trauma.
Any other social media type centers? Those the big ones?
Yeah.
So we're going to try to go back and try to do a little bit of the timeline, okay? So what did you guys do last night? Mostly, if you were by yourself and not with the group, what is
Ethan was in the house, so was Miller.
So you were with
One of them is my roommates, and one of them is her boyfriend.
Okay. So you're with Ethan
And Xana.
Xanon? And spell that for me?
X-A-N-Y. N-A-N-A, sorry.
X-A-N-A. Okay. So I'm just trying to... Sometimes it helps me put names too. So you were with Ethan and Xana last night.
Yeah.
Well, do you know Ethan's last name?
Cuban? I don't know how to spell it.
Yes, sir. And Xana's last name?
Finiddle.
Do you know spell it?
I think it's K-E-R-N-O. Maybe another guy, T. Lee or something like that.
Okay. Okay, so you're with them. What time did you guys see it? The second guy stopped seeing it?
Could around 8 something. Maybe 8:30.
So 8:30 p.m.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. And prior to that, were you guys just in your house? You can see you left from your house.
Ethan was that formal to be my person. She had a date, and we were just hanging out at our house. And then she came over, and we all walked over together.
Okay, so that was you, Ethan, Xana. Was there another person out here? Or just the three of you that
walked over with us.
Okay, and Logan? Was that N-A-T-D-I-E?
Her name is Madison, no, I believe.
Okay. So you guys all walked over to... You went about 8:30. Well, were you all pretty much together, or just kind of mingling throughout the house next day?
We were all pretty much together, and then Maddie left to go to the club with Kimberly. And then I was with Ethan and Xana most of the night, but then one of my friends came. And I hung out with her the rest of the night.
Okay. And who was that?
Her name's... Yes.
Can you spell it for her? Okay. And last name?
I don't know how to pronounce it. And no family needs to take on that.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have a phone number for her?
Yeah.
Nice on your phone. Okay, he's in Japan. Okay, so you were with... And at that point, Ethan and I were just kind of, still at the house? Okay.
And then I went to our other friend's house.
Okay. What time was that at?
I don't know. He did 12-ish. I think like that to be wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. And where's that house?
It's just like up the street. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, up the street from...
Simkai.
Okay.
Kind of.
So you guys are Simkai, so you're walking back towards...
We're walking back from the house. And then we're going this way.
So like when back to Taylor Street, you went off? So if you walked all the way from Sigma Names...
First...
Simkai, sorry.
Yeah. You know the apartment, it's the lights.
Yep, right on the lights.
It's like that straight that way.
So on Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know roughly where on T? Or does she live in on the other cross streets?
It's on Taylor, but it's like that Bethany house lives by Bethany's. I don't know. How do we know later?
Fine. Okay. And whose house is it that you want to?
It's... And I don't know if they're ever remain.
And... Okay. So you're at this house. How long are you here?
Maybe like 40 minutes. And then I left by myself.
Okay.
That's my house.
So you walked home maybe around 1-ish?
Yes.
Okay. What did you see when you got home?
Me... We're sitting at my house watching the Empire Diaries. And no one else was home yet.
Okay. And then the roommate or... She's a bathroom. Oh, okay. And
she's a little
that's fine. And is live with you guys too, or just visit
the friend?
Okay.
And then she left.
What, do you know what time she left at?
Oh.
But you're all watching. Okay. And anything happened during that time period?
Yeah.
Okay. You know who else was in the house at that time?
No worry.
No one? It's just the three of you? Okay. So, what? Let's go a little bit more than what happened, yeah.
Maddie and Kaylee came home from the club. Left.
Maddie and him?
Kaylee.
Okay. And they got home from the club. You know what time that might have been?
I think I told one of the couples that was talking to me at the house, like, better times.
That's okay.
I don't really remember right now. Maybe like
that's
little something Warren.
So if you got home around Warren, that would have put in
like 1:45.
Okay. Something like that. So near Barbary? Something I do that?
Weird.
Like near Barbary? Bar's on the close at 2 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah. They went to Brock Truck after, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. What did you do after that, after Maddie and Kaylee died?
We all hung out in Kaylee's room for a little. In the past, and then Maddie and I took Mercy out to pee the dog. And then I said I was going to go to bed because I was tired. And she said she'd go to bed too. And then I went to my room, was to eat, going to sleep. And then she came and nodded and asked if I had Murphy, and I said no. And then I went to bed.
Okay. So what time did you think you took Murphy out?
I'm like 3 to Bethany.
2:30 to 10?
7.
Okay. And where did you normally take Murphy to go to the bathroom?
Just the back door. The kitchen.
So which one is 1122? So if I'm coming up King Road off the Taylor.
It's the big white house on
the way to the very top on the right?
Oh, well, it's technically on Kingdom, but that actually cheap.
Okay. So with the one that's tucked back, you're going up to 500 Queen Road, those big apartments? It's kind of coming back just a little bit? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you normally go out the back deck then?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of end on the treasure then. Okay, so you go there. You and Maddie take the dog out. And then, how long did you got to them?
I was out there for maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay. So then you both come back in. So you and Maddie both come back in.
Before she did.
Okay. Did Maddie still have the dog then?
Yes, I believe so.
So you went out for a little bit, came back in. Do you know what time Maddie came back in?
Mm-hmm.
And you went straight to bed when he came back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long after you went to bed do you think Maddie came?
Actually, I came in, grabbed some chips, went to my room, and watched the show for a little, and then I leave it.
What were you watching?
It's called Big Daddy.
Okay. How long do you think you watched it?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
So one episode maybe?
Yeah. Maybe like a half.
Okay. And did Maddie come in during that show or after?
She just knocked on my door, I think, during your nest. I like Murphy.
You should know. Okay. Then what happened after that?
I just went to bed. And then I woke up and I was like half asleep already. I thought I had like a firework or something. It could just sparkle like under my door. And I thought I heard like something kind of fall. I thought I Murphy barked and I thought people were just breaking. Like, food, like, and the head was here or something, and not something over. He's just like loud in the kitchen next thing.
Okay. So, what do you mean by you heard a firework?
It sounded like a full firework, and then there was like a spark. And he went by my, like, I'm on the bottom floor of it.
Okay.
So, it kind of looked like it came down there, but I don't know.
And so, is Murphy your dog?
Kaylee's dog.
Candace's dog?
Kaylee and her ex-boyfriend's dog.
Okay. So you heard Murphy bark right after you heard what you thought was a firecracker?
Yeah, something like that, but I don't know, dogs protecting things. How can he being pumped?
Okay. It didn't sound like an angry growl or anything like that, just a bark?
I don't really know. I was like half asleep.
Okay, you should have heard. So, hear the fireworks, and kind of see a spark underneath the door. Murphy barks. What do you hear after that?
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing at the door? Okay. And you thought maybe something was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something.
Okay.
And she was like, with one thing.
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have an idea?
4 or something. I tried to call all of them. I'm like 4:20ish. Around our time, no one was answering and thought they just wanted to bed or something.
Okay. And what happened after that?
Like, called me, and she said she thinks she saw someone. And I didn't know, like, really what to think of it, because sometimes we think we hear things a lot in the house, but it's usually just Ethan walking around. But she came and told her to come in my room, and she's like, okay, and we locked the door, just stand there, just in case there was anything, and that's all I know. We went, I fell back asleep.
You didn't hear anything else, Fuku? No one was talking?
What person?
Okay. Did make it to your room then? Mm-hmm. Okay. What time do you think she got in your room?
Around 4:20, 4:30.
Okay, about the same time.
Yeah.
Where's her room located to yours?
I'm the only one on the bottom floor, right by the front door.
Okay.
And then you go up the stairs. Xana's room, and his room, the kitchen, and then upstairs is Matt and King's.
Okay. And where's Joe?
Right by the kitchen.
Right by the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Okay. And did she say anything to you when she got into the room?
She said she thought she saw me in, but I didn't know what to think. I had like still half asleep, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Okay. It didn't sound like I didn't hear screams or anything. I don't really know.
Okay. Okay. But notice that she didn't say anything more than she just saw someone.
You don't have to tell him 100%.
So with your bed then, if the was at the right house, you have a parking lot. Front door, and your bed is just to the right. And that's where you slept from by the time you finally got into your room around 4-ish or so. Actually, before that.
Really? 3-something.
Yeah. So you were in there sleeping. Okay. Dylan got to your room maybe somewhere around 4:20ish, but Dylan was already home at that point. You knew that Maddie and Kaylin were home. Do you know when anyone else in the house got home?
I don't always and I didn't know. I didn't hear them coming or anything.
Okay. And the last time you saw Xana and Ethan was at the Cinema House.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, did you see anything weird at the party?
Just a little.
Okay. Well then, since how the way they're set up, where everyone hanging out primarily up in the main common room area, with most people hanging out in individual rooms and stuff like that.
It was a little bit of a mixture at first. It was like apartments, and then it was the main room.
Okay. Yeah.
And then as I was leaving, I wanted to throw a backpack from our friend's room, and then we're sitting on the couch, like listening to music.
Okay. And that was in the main room, or that was in
the apartment?
I mean, in the apartment. Okay. Did you hear of anything that happened to anybody?
Okay.
Was there anyone strange or odd hanging around the party?
Okay.
Do you know of anybody in your house that has an issue with anyone? Any ex-boyfriends? You can have that?
All their ex-boyfriends are really nice. They still like their friends.
Wayne, have you ever had any of your basically on anyone stalking you?
It's been once though. Kaylee said when everyone was like gone, you mean you were at the sorority house from being
It was okay. She was taking Marty out. This was a wild one. And she said she swears she saw someone staring at her while she was taking the dog out. You found that on the level? You'd be right. A month. She could see like a man silhouette like staring at her. You think it was about a month ago? Mm-hmm. Did Kane have any issues with anyone?
I've been.
Okay. None of them have made any comments or statements. You weren't trying to come on to them or anything like that? Mm-hmm. And you said that calling ex-boyfriends of that, they're all very nice and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Are any of them had any recent breakups?
One, but...
I said a few little bit help. What does can you give me a little information now?
That's nice. Human fine.
Okay.
Tower Street.
On two?
On Eastland, I think.
Two.
He and Haley share Murphy.
Okay.
And they dated for 7 years.
And that's in Haley?
And then for something like that.
And they did it for 7 years?
Something like that.
Since high school.
And if I like some birthdays.
Okay. And they shared Murphy?
Mm-hmm. Frankie.
Okay. How long did they break up?
Maybe like 12 months. Or something. But they're still on really good terms.
You know why they broke up?
She was kind of move to Texas.
Where's she from?
Portland.
Okay. Where is
Quarterly.
Okay. And you said that they're still on good terms and no concrete terms? Yeah. Okay. Has Kaylee been seeing anyone else lately?
When you had these ones, not really, I don't know.
Okay. Do you know when she was going to move to Tennessee?
Apparently she wasn't going to anymore. I don't know.
Do you know what changed your mind?
Well, I think she wanted to stay here with all of us.
Is there anything else you think is important for me to know? And you might remember things later. That's very normal, okay? If you tend to remember anything else, please reach back out to us. And then bring me back in and we'll get that information, okay? Quick with you how you go, okay? And you don't remember Kaylee's last name?
I think it's all this.
It's all in?
Yeah, I think all this.
Okay, your cell phone?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Okay. Alright, I very much thank you for sitting down with me, okay? You're going to take it down to the other room. Same to you, Chris, alright? You sure there's nothing else?
Anybody that is trying to point fingers at these girls after seeing that, you should be thoroughly ashamed.
Yep.
Can somebody fill me in a little bit on that? Because we had quite a few comments about some of the nasty stuff that's apparently going on with these two girls. What are people saying? Why are they saying it?
Because they're mentally ill. I don't know. I mean, there are groups of people that still are pro-burgers. There are still people out there that think he's innocent. And other than simply calling it what it is, there is a personality defect, a mental illness or personality disorder, or something is wrong with anyone who's thinking that way, because there's no healthy brain that would think that. None. That's what it is. You're sick. There's something seriously wrong with you if you think that those two girls had anything to do with this murder. Now, I'm not against, at the very beginning, looking at all options, questioning everything, try to figure it out. Sure, of course you need to do that, but we're almost 3 years past the point of when that was done. We've established what reality is, and if you can't get along with reality because you don't like reality and you'd like to live in this little delusional world out there, you have no place in the world with the rest of us. I'm sorry. If the people that are out there that still harass these people, it's sick.
Well, and the other thing is Bryan Kohberger pleaded guilty. So
exactly.
He stepped up and said, I did this.
No matter what, you can't change some people's points of view or wherever cognitive distortions that they're operating under, because they think that this sounds crazy, that someone would say this, that, oh, it's, you're covering. Yeah.
I'm sitting there listening to that going, I don't know how I would I don't think I could give them any information about phone numbers or I would be a nervous wreck. I
would be just, bleh.
Yeah, I could not answer a question in a situation like that. I'd shut down.
Yeah,
I just would.
These girls went through absolute hell, and the hell. It's the same monsters that went after the people that like the Sandy Hook families and stuff like that. It's the same distorted, fucked up thinking from these people that really, if they went on a cruise and the boat sunk, I would be happy. It's like, the Alex Jones cruise that takes all the Sandy Hook folks that believe this shit is fake and that those are fake actors, and the boat sinks and everyone goes away. Well, you know what? That's natural selection working in one big boat sinking. I would praise that if that happened.
These girls didn't ask for this to happen to them.
No, you're a blight on society.
If you're in a situation, they weren't in a dark alley wearing, provocative clothing. It wasn't, they didn't ask. And I'm not saying that a woman wearing that, I'm being sarcastic here, but none of this was due to anything that they did other than existing. So to point blame at them in any fashion is just fucking ridiculous.
I don't get where people just can't accept facts sometimes. And that's really what it comes down to here. There's no reason to think that it wouldn't be anyone other than Bryan Kohberger. There's no logical reasons other than a very broken brain that's connecting dots in places where they don't go. And sometimes people's brains just don't connect those dots. And if you're one of those people hearing that and you're thinking Kohberger's innocent and that these girls had something to do with it, seek help. Seek help. Because it's not going to end well for you if this is the line of thinking that you're operating under. There's something seriously wrong with you. I don't even say that. Just the sheer raw emotion. I don't really have anything to add to it. I have nothing. I mean, what do you say? She's trying to get out everything that occurred, the hell that they went through that night, and try to explain the reasoning for their fear. And look, these kids grew up in a very different time than the rest of us. The ways that many other generations respond to trauma, respond to reaching out to authorities is very different than what we've had. That's the only way I can try and describe it, because at first I had difficulty wondering, why didn't they call 911? What's going on? Like, why was that? And not that they were like hiding something, but like, what is the process going on here that would not be the first choice? And once you really dig into it and understand that way of thinking, and you understand that generation, and you understand how they have been brought up and how they respond to things, it makes sense. It just does. It's a very different response that they have to things than we do. Not because they don't want to get help, but because they weren't brought up in the same way, where we have a phone on the wall, we call 911 if something happens. It's more community oriented in a lot of ways, but there's a lot of ways to look at that. And if you want to take 5 minutes of your life and dig into that, you can. But it does add up. And clearly, yeah, if you think she's a murderer, you're insane.
That was especially the last one, a lot to process.
Oh my God.
A lot to process.
Yeah. I was on the fence about, that one's been out for a little while, but, and I was on the fence about playing it, and I'm like, well, you know what? I've been seeing too many idiots out there on this, so I thought let's talk, let's bring that one out there. So there you go. That's the latest. We got to see Kohberger shopping today, and
dancing to Rick Astley,
Rick Astley. If you need a little pick me up, just go back about an hour in the show. Your weekend's going to be magic. Magic 104.
I marked it. It was at like minute 37, I think.
Did you mark it?
Well, kind of. I wrote it down, actually.
Oh,
It's around
funny.
there. There you go. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up today's episode of the program. Be sure to press subscribe wherever you're downloading podcasts. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section on all of the cases that we're covering for you right here at the Hidden Killers Podcast and True Crime Today. You can do that on our YouTube channel. Just search Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi, and you will find us right there. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. For Todd and Stacy, I'm Tony Bruschi. We'll talk again real soon.
Want more on this case and others? Then press subscribe now and don't miss a moment of true crime coverage from Tony Bruschi and the Hidden Killers Podcast.